Alrighty. Jesus Christ, these last 2 weeks have been draining. I have not burnt out like this in a long time. But they were also like some of the two best weeks of my life. I learned so much. We had a music fest event here at the studio. Then I went to Tahoe to do a tattoo collaboration. Shout out Needle Peak Tattoo and Natisse and Jason. That collaboration will be we'll be announcing details about that soon. But yeah, Music Fest, went to go do this collaboration in Tahoe. Did another event at 10 Crows Barbecue in Tahoe. It's just been like constant, non-stop. A lot of fucking partying. A lot of partying, which is just so fun in the moment, but I always regret it. Not regret it, I just don't like feeling shitty. And when you're hungover, the greatest remedy is to party more. It's to keep drinking. And it's a dangerous loop. But there was a night where, a specific night where it was like, all right, I'm good. Some, it was just a long night. Some shit went down, and in that moment, I was like, yep, this is it. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm burnt out. I'm tired. My body doesn't want it. My brain doesn't want it. So getting to that point, I've gotten there a few times in my life, and every time it's just like a switch flips for me, and then I just go about my business in a completely different way. I just stop partying, and I think I'm getting to that point, or I am at that point. I burnt out. Definitely burnt out. Need a break. Spent way too much fucking money. Way too much money. This week has just been really, really long. I guess a big part of what I do and why I do it is to spread awareness and kind of give people a perspective about opening up to mental health, or like surrendering to your own thoughts and not being afraid to face them, to be honest. Because recently I've seen people not face them and bury their thoughts and bury their emotions and get this huge ego, and it just doesn't turn out well, man. If you can swallow your ego, that is the key to life. It really is. Swallowing your ego is the key to life. Because when your ego gets in the way, you make dumb decisions. I don't know. The last 2 weeks have been tough. When I'm uncomfortable and when I'm anxious, or when I know that, when I just don't feel right, I'm like, this is off. I'm off. I don't like this. I panic. And I was away from home for that, like when I was like not feeling great. And I just spend money. Yeah. It's hard to be away from the thing you love most, and the thing I love most is this company, really. And being away from the studio and not working as much as I want was not easy. It's been difficult for me to separate work-life balance, and I've talked to my therapist about this a little bit. Of course, dude, the 2 weeks that I like really needed her, she scheduled off. Like I thought it was funny when she told me that, because she was like, hey, I'm taking off these 2 weeks, blah, 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 blah. I was like, all right, cool, no problem. And then those 2 weeks happened, and it was the most stressful most chaotic 2 weeks of my life. And I'm like, well, fuck me. The one time I like really need to talk to someone and kind of work it out, it was just bad timing. But yeah, I've been putting one foot in front of the other, rolling with the punches. Shit gets hard, man. You know, shit gets hard. But quitting is not an option. I've put myself in a corner where I have no choice but to kind of get over shit fast and move on and keep pushing, which hurts me, but it also, it helps me, but it also hurts me. If I could give myself one piece of advice from the last 2 weeks, it would be don't quit, roll with the punches. Shit's gonna get hard, but you gotta push through. Swallow your ego, listen to yourself. A lot of the times I don't listen to myself, I don't take my own advice, and it bites me in the ass every fucking time. Like, every time. Every fucking time it bites me in the ass. When I listen to myself, I'm good. I know myself more than anyone. I know what I need, I know when I need it, and I know how to do it. But when I don't listen, I'm just, it's like the little guy inside my brain who's telling me to do the right thing, and then the other guy, like the angel and devil, the other guy's like, no, it'll be fine. And then the other guy's like, well, fuck me. I just learned all this shit and tried to, help you, and now you're gonna fuck off and do dumb shit. So yeah, I guess the advice I would give to myself would be listen to myself more, take my own advice, relax, try not to get too caught up in the highs or too caught up in the lows. Like, that's my issue, is when I start to get overwhelmed and blah blah blah, I go like this, but now I gotta bring it back. Be grateful for everything. Yesterday I got home and I just had anger for some reason, and I got really angry at something, and it was bothering me, and I just could not get it out of my head, and for whatever reason, it was something very, very small. I think it was because of the last 2 weeks of just chaos. And then I finally got home and I just broke, and it was really pissing me off for no reason. And I kept telling myself, Kellen, slow the fuck down, stop, look around and be grateful for what you have. Because a lot of people don't get this. A lot of people are struggling way worse than I am. And I had to keep telling myself that, dude, chill the fuck out. This is not a big deal. And it wasn't. It was not a big deal at all. I was just being a dumbass. I don't know why I was so angry. Probably just because I was overwhelmed. But yeah, I keep telling myself, be grateful for what you got. Don't quit. Roll with the punches. Keep moving. People are going to come and go. The only person you really have forever is yourself. You never know when someone's going to leave your life, or same thing, you never know when you're going to have to leave someone's life. You might have to make that decision and say, this person is this person is bad for me mentally. You truly are who you hang out with. But yeah, just holding myself accountable and trying to be the best version of myself. I really, really want to do good and and help people, that's where I get the best high from, is helping, man. Helping people makes me feel so fucking good, and like selfishly, I'll say it. It is selfish, but you're also helping others. It's a win-win. In any way you spin it, it's a win-win. You're gonna feel good, the other person's gonna feel good, and it's just, that's the way that I want this company to run. That's the way I want. That's the way I want anyone who wears our stuff, anyone who supports. I want them to feel a part of something, and something much bigger than any of us, bigger than me, bigger than you, bigger than anyone who buys our stuff. You know, it's, the goal is to push boundaries and be relentless in the fight to advance mental health education and awareness for all people, not just like, the mental health is the one thing that like does not discriminate. You can't, because it affects everyone. There's not one person on this earth that does not deal with some sort of struggle. Not one fucking person. And that's just about the only topic of discussion that you can confidently say doesn't discriminate. Everything else, people can bitch and whine and complain about this or that, or you know, why this isn't fair or that, blah 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 blah. It all boils down to mental health. So why don't we start there? Why isn't the conversation starting with, okay, that person did something wrong. How are they mentally? You know, what have they gone through? What pushed them to do that? Why are they acting the way they are acting? Like, what happened to them to make them do that? And that conversation isn't being brought up enough. We're just so quick to judge and do all this shit. And I even find myself, when I judge other people, I have to like catch myself and say like, okay, they might be doing that, or they might be doing something I don't like because of this. They might have been through that hard time, which brought them to this place or that mindset. And if I don't click with them, then that's cool. I'm not gonna go out of my way to like, you know, be an asshole. But if you start pushing me, then I'm just gonna either leave or be very blunt and straightforward and short. I'm not gonna give you my time or energy because that's valuable to me, you know? The community tee is available. I'm wearing it right now. We got the logo right there, and then the team on the back. So this t-shirt was designed to be like kind of the uniform for Lonely Cowboy. We wanted to give like an affordable way for anyone to feel a part of something bigger. You know, this company is very, very heavy on community and building the team, and that's pretty much the main focus and goal of everything we do. So it somehow relates into building that team, building that community. So this is the tee that'll showcase that. Like, we want people to rock this and, you know, feel a part of what we're trying to do. And ultimately, if you know the company, you know that mental health is the #1 most important thing in all aspects of life, of the company. And that is what we preach, and we'll forever preach that. And having that like individuality, being yourself, not taking shit from anyone, being nice to people, like, these are just values that we feel are very, very important. And if you bring all that together, the community tee is what we came up with. These shirts will be timeless because they're black on black. They will look good with anything. Like, it's really hard to fuck up making this shirt look good. You can put it on anyone and it's gonna look good, which is the coolest thing to me, because even if you're not a black on black kind of person, like, I wear black on black every day, but I know a bunch of my friends at the Tahoe event for example, who got a shirt and they put it on, and it just looks really good on everyone, which is amazing. That's like the whole goal of, you know, you want people to wear your clothes, but you also want people to feel confident in the clothes that they're wearing, you know. And I think that this shirt is a step in the right direction for that. It says team on the back, Lonely Cowboy Co. And that's basically just you rock it. You're part of the team. You're part of the community. Somehow or another, you think the same way that we think, or you value the same things we value. So it's just a way to kind of bring the community together in fashion. Really, fashion is our way of expressing. So I'm doing a collab with Boho Basement on July 9th. It'll be at my studio, at Lonely Cowboy Studios, and it'll be super fun. She's gonna bring a bunch of her stuff in. If you haven't checked her out, check her out at Boho Basement on Instagram. She does like a bunch of upcycling, reworking, a lot of NFL teams, like taking thrifted items, making them into sweats and shorts and shit. Really cool stuff. Very, very talented team she's got. And yeah, we're gonna do a little event, have a little collab, which will be super fun. And that's July 9th.